Good morning all of you. Welcome back to the video lecture, and in this video lecture we are going to start your chapter number 8, that is HTML advanced features. Now my dear students, when you were in 6th class, I hope you got the um, basic view of what is HTML, how we are using the tags in HTML and all those things. Now in this 7th class you are having some of the advanced features, means to say how you are going to make list, how you are going to change the features of that HTML code. All these things we are going to learn in this 8th chapter. Now firstly you see this box, the content, particularly what you are going to learn in this chapter, that is your introduction. Second is HTML, how to create your web pages, we are going to learn it. Third one, how we are going to add our headers, paragraph, line break, all these things, how we are going to do it, with the help of what kind of tags we are going to do it. Everything we are going to learn in this chapter. Fourth one is drawing horizontal rule and adding colors to the line. Okay, horizontal rules means you are having a horizontal line. How we are going to do this horizontal ruling, we are going to learn. Then font, about font size, font color, font style, marquee, about comments, and all those things, particularly 12 topics we are having in this chapter. So this chapter is very important, and I would like to tell you that this chapter is also going to come in your second unit test examination, so be very serious about this chapter. Okay, now in introduction you see we are having a structure of HTML document. There's a structure we are going to learn in this topic. Okay, now before just jumping onto the structure, I would like to remind you that whenever you are writing your HTML document, you are going to write it in a notepad, right? You are going to write this HTML document in a notepad, and when you are going to save that file, you are going to give the extension, that is .html, or you can also give .htm. Okay, either of the extension you can give. Likewise, you are having that .txt written over there na. Let us suppose you are having a sample named file, so you are going to save it with this name, sample.txt, right? Now whenever you are writing HTML document, you have to write down sample .html. So remove this txt and just include either html or htm, then your file will be an html file. Okay, this is the first thing. Now about the structure of HTML document, you see over here we are having our tags. So everything we are going to do in HTML, we are going to do it with the help of these tags. Okay, now one thing more you have to note, that is the tag that is open should be closed. Okay, until unless it is an empty tag. So we are not having much more empty tags. Whatever is the empty tag, I will let you know in the chapter itself, and rest of the tags you have to close it as well. If you are going to open that tag, then you have to close it as well. Okay, it is your responsibility. Now see the structure. Firstly we are having this HTML tag. Okay, this tag is open at the very front and this tag is closed at the very end. Okay, so सबसे starting में we are going to open our HTML tag, and at the very end we are going to close this HTML tag. Now everything should be contained in this HTML. So again this overall thing is divided into two parts. One is your head tag and the another one is your body tag. Okay, you can assume something like this is your HTML page and this is your head, this is your overall body. So head is present at the very top. Now in your body also head is at the very top, right? And body is the lower portion. So that is why always we are writing head at the very top. Below HTML, above just body, we are writing our head tag. Now only one thing should come in head, that is your title tag. Okay, title may you are supposed to give out your names. Let us suppose you want this page as sample, so you can give title and you can write down over here sample, and you can close this tag as well. Okay, now this body tag, in this body tag everything regarding this web page. If you want to make a paragraph, if you want to make a line, if you want to make a comment, if you want to draw something, everything we are going to do in this body tag. Okay, so head tag should come first and body tag should come after when you close your head tag. Okay, now why we are using this HTML document, let us learn. See, while you were in sixth class, I hope your teacher might have told you about this browser thing, that how we're going to run your HTML document and all those things. So when we are writing these HTML documents, now if you are going to save it with the help of this HTML file, then what exactly happens कि आपका जो icon होता है that comes with the, that is the icon particularly of your browser. Let us suppose if you are having Google Chrome, and if you are saving your file like sample.html, then the symbol or icon of Chrome will come. Okay, and when you double click on that thing, double click on that icon, then you are going to be redirected to your web browser. Okay, so it is going to make a structure, particularly it is going to make a web pages. Okay, we are going to use this HTML for the designing purpose, right? Whenever you are opening a file, whenever you are going to Google something out, then at that time what happens, जब आप कोई पेज खोलते हो, so you are having a certain format, right? कि left hand side में you are having some paragraphs, and right hand side में you are having some pictures, and in the middle you are having some table, let us suppose, right? So all these scenario, all these adjustments are made with the help of this HTML document. Okay, so whenever we are going to make a website, whenever we are going to make a web application or mobile application, likewise you are having this YouTube also, you are having some kind of sequence, so everything, the front end particularly हम लोग क्या करते हैं, इसको HTML को use करते हैं. Okay, now the second topic is our headers, that how we are going to add the headers into our HTML file. Now, what are headers? Firstly, you see, headers are just like newspaper headings or headlines of a book. Okay, likewise, in this book, we are having this header, right? This is the heading of the topic. So whenever you are going to include this kind of header in your HTML document, then how we are going to add it down, we are having some steps for that. Okay, so 6 different headers can be used in a web page, particularly 6 different headers we are having. Okay, but not more than 3 at a time. At a single time we have to use only 3. Okay, you can use 1, you can use 2, you can use 3, max 3 you can use, and at a total 6 different headers we are having. Now if we are having a header, then why we need 6 different headers? The answer is present over here only. See, in this page you see, this is the main heading, right? The main heading of your chapter, it is in the bigger font, right? Now one more heading we are having, this content in this lesson, this is in the different font. Then we are having this introduction portion, this is in the different font. Okay, so based on our needs and our requirements and how we want our page to look like, we define our headings. Okay, so let us see firstly over here. Header tag is written in the form of HN and closing of HN. As I told you, the tag that is to be opened should be closed as well. So that is why we are going to write HN, and whenever you, it is N, whenever you are going to close this HN, in between you have to write down the text. Okay, now how about this n? Actually this is a natural number, okay, which is starting from 1 to 6. Now why from 1 to 6? Because previously we have already studied, we have talked about 6 different headers, right? So if you want to use header number 1, then you can give h1, and you can write down the text over here. Let us suppose we are writing html, and you have to close this text, this h1. Okay, so this n denotes what? N denotes your natural number from 1 to 6. Okay, now h1 if you choose, then your heading will be of larger size. h2 if you choose, then your heading will be somewhat smaller than h1. h3 you will choose, then the heading would be much smaller than h2 and h1, and the sequence goes on and on till your heading number 6. Okay, now we are having certain steps on the next page. If you see, certain steps that how we are going to add headers in a web page. So step number 1, you see, type HN after the body tag. Now whatever we are going to do in this chapter, whatever tags we are going to include in this chapter, everything we are going to do in our body tag. Do not touch the head tag. Okay, only title would become in your head tag, rest of the parts you can do it in the body parts as well. Now you see step number 1, type HN after the body tag. For example, you are having H1. Okay, now step number 2 is what? Type the contents of the header. For example, our planet. Now hand to hand you can refer to this notepad file. Okay, now you see, firstly they have written your html, then in that html they have given you the head tag, then in this body tag you can see it over here h1. Firstly they have opened the tag, then they have written the content, that what kind of content you want, right? So they have written our planet and then type \hl. Okay, so you have to close this header file afterwards. Now these are the simple steps with which you can add your header in a web page. I hope you understood this part, and the changes will be reflected back to your browser. Okay, so browser mein if we see, then we are having our planet as a heading, means our planet ka font you will be getting as a bigger one. Okay, now see the next topic, adding paragraphs. Now you see, whenever you are told to write down some kind of essay, let us suppose the topic that we have taken, our planet, that let us suppose if I say you have to write down one essay on our planet, then firstly you will give the heading, right? And then afterwards you will start writing out the paragraph. Now it is not mandatory कि आपको पूरा एक ही पैराग्राफ में लिखना है. You can also do something like this कि one paragraph you made and then just leave a single line, then start with your next paragraph and all those things. Okay, so for that kind of purpose we are using our paragraph tag. Now you see, this p tag is used to add paragraph. Now steps also we are having, firstly you have to type this p tag, then you have to type the paragraph content, then type \p. If you see on the next page, then we are having this example over here. See, over here in this portion you see h1, this is our heading, our planet. Now back this p, let us know about our planet. This is about our paragraph thing. Okay, so this is of larger font, this is of somehow smaller font. Okay, so like this we are going to we are going to design our web page. Fine, this is all about your paragraph tag. Now